Hello everyone, welcome to World of Fusion 360. Today we are going to analyze the flow for this 270 degrees plane pipe. That is P-trap. We'll be using this pipe in household applications under sinks and for the facets and much more. We're going to analyze the flow in CFD. We'll get to that later. Let's dive into Fusion 360. We're gonna import this model using McMaster Car component. Under Insert, select McMaster Car component. In the search bar, search for 1608T177. This is the part number for that P-trap. Click on product detail. Change the model type to 3D step and click on download. Fusion automatically imports the part into current design file. I'm gonna capture the position and click OK. Now that we got that part, this is the code that we have entered. If you expand that component under bodies, we have 25 bodies. We are going to simplify this model in simulation workspace. Let's switch to simulation. And for temporary purpose, I'm gonna select static stress. But remember that we are not going to do static stress analysis for this part. We are just using this workspace to simplify the model so that we can take that part to CFD. It has shown me the warning, but don't worry, we are going to simplify that. Click on simplify. Under modify, select combine. Select this as target body and use window select to select all the remaining bodies. Perfect. I'm gonna click OK to take that. Let's make sure that we have perfectly combined it. Under bodies, we have only one. Perfect, guys. You did a great job. And now we need to fill the material inside of this part. Just don't ask me why we are doing this. You'll get to know when we enter into CFD. Trust me, guys. Under surface tab, select patch under create. And now select this edge. I'm not gonna click OK and I'm not gonna repeat patch again. To save my time, I'm just gonna use my marking menu to repeat that command. If you observe here, it has added. And now I'm gonna select this edge. You got it right? I'm gonna do it for you again. Under create, select patch. And now select this edge. It just capped this edge. You got it right? And I'm gonna repeat that command by using marking menu. You can do that by just right click and then hold your mouse to repeat patch and left click. Select this edge. Click OK. Cap at the two ends. Perfect. Switch to solid tab. Under create, select fluid volume. Use the window selection to select the body. And now change the volume to internal. And then click OK. It automatically creates a component having that inside. You can isolate that to make sure that it is correct. Yeah, perfect. We no longer need these surfaces. I'm gonna hide those. And now we have two bodies. One is the pipe and the internal volume. Now I wanna split this body into half so that we can visualize this flow study in a better way. You'll get to know that when we enter into CFD. Under modify, inside split, select split body. Select these two bodies for bodies to split, and the splitting tools be the mid plane. I'm maybe going too fast because you may know this Fusion 360 software, but when we enter into a CFD, we'll make it slow so that you guys can understand. Click OK to take that split. Select this body and press V to hide it, and repeat hiding this body. Press V. Now that we are left with section. From here, I'm gonna switch to CFD. Pay attention guys. Select tools and select CFD to take this model into CFD, or you can export this model as step and you can open CFD and you can import that model individually. But here's the advantage of this process. When you modify this model, there is no need to give the conditions that we are going to give in CFD again and again. They are going to auto update as we update the results. You got it right? You need to install CFD, get this under tools. For now I'm gonna click on CFD. It just opens the CFD and it's asking me to choose the path and the study name, design name, scenario name. Study name is the name that we are going to give for this file, and the design name is the name of the part, and the scenario name is the name that we are going to consider the situations that such as boundary conditions and even materials. You can name the scenario based on those conditions. For now I'm gonna leave it default and choose the steady path and click on launch. You can download CFD from Autodesk free for 6 months if you are a student. By default it opens geometry tools because if there is a internal fill that we haven't done in Fusion 360, we can do that using this software. Because we have done that in Fusion, there is no need to do it in here. I'm just gonna click close. Perfect. Hide the output bar to have a large space for our model. At any point of time you can click on this output bar to bring that again. Don't get overwhelmed with this workspace. It is just like Fusion 360 user interface, but it is not that good looking, I know. And here's the same as we have in Fusion. Units, and this is the steady, but we call it as scenario. And the materials, boundary conditions, we'll get to know all these later. And we have to proceed from left to right. But before that, you must be familiar with the navigation. The navigation things are same like Fusion. If you hold shift and if you hold middle mouse button, it will orbit just like Fusion. And if you only hold the middle mouse button, it will pan. Here we have navigation tools. Just explore these guys and just pay attention now. If you hold the control and if you click on the middle mouse button, it will just hides the bodies. Holding the control, clicking anywhere on the workspace will bring any materials that are hidden. And also holding control using scroll bar repeats the previous step. Awesome, right? Just practice these navigation buttons. I'm gonna repeat it the last one more time. Hold the control button and click the middle mouse button. Repeat the same for this body, and if you wanna bring those back, just hold the control and click anywhere on the canvas. Perfect guys, this is very handy tool for selecting the materials that are present inside of the model. For this scenario we can select the materials right away without hiding, but there may be a situation where you will be making flow analysis for the AEC conditions where inside of the room humans and other equipment will be there. For those situations you need to hide the room and the equipment that are external to the inner components. And now let's get started. You can pop up that even if you close the geometry tools window. This is the one that we got by default. I'm gonna close it again. First things first, I'm gonna change the units. Just right click in here and change length units to meter. And now make sure that you are in materials. I'm gonna click on this body. It pops up a menu. Just click on this edit. Inside here we can set custom material by clicking on this edit. I'm gonna leave the type of the material as fluid, and the material I want to choose is water, because the fluid we are going to use in this scenario is water. Click on apply. As soon as you click on that apply, the color of this body has changed to blue, indicating water. Repeat the same for this body. Just click on this and select edit. Change the type to solid and the material be ABS molded. Click on apply, and the color of this ABS molded is red. Perfect guys. We are done with materials. Coming to boundary conditions, just click on that, and if you notice here, it automatically changed to surface. For materials it was in volume. For boundary conditions, it automatically switches to surface. At any point of time, if you wanna select the entire body, you can switch to volume. For now, surface is fine. Water will be entering from this side, and then there will be additional pipe in this side, and one more additional pipe in this side. The water is going to enter through that pipe following this path and leaves in this direction. The main use of this P-trap is to store the water up to this level so that the gases in the reverse direction are prevented. You got me right? Perfect. Select this surface and click edit. I'm gonna leave the type to velocity. We are going to provide the velocity of water entering from inlet, and the velocity be 1. Make sure that the arrow direction is correct. You can reverse the direction if you want. For now, this is perfect. Click on apply. Every boundary condition you give, it is represented in some color. For velocity, it is represented in black. I'm gonna select this surface again, and I wanna provide the temperature for water. Let the temperature be 25 degrees. And the units be Celsius. Perfect. Click on apply. On the outlet, I want to add the pressure. Just click on that surface and click edit, and change the type to pressure, and the pressure be 0. Click apply. Perfect guys. And now we need to provide the symmetry. Select this surface and this one and this one. Click on edit and change the type to slip symmetry. What it means that the conditions that are going to occur in this side are going to be reflected on the other side. In this way we can visualize the flow in a better and efficient way. Now that everything is ready, initial conditions are for transient analysis, that is unsteady state. This is a steady state, we are not gonna provide initial conditions. And coming to meshing, you can define the mesh for any complex regions manually. For now, I'm gonna select automatic and then click on auto size. It automatically synthesizes the mesh based on this model. And using motion, you can define the motion of parts. If there is any motion to the parts, you can define using it. Moving forward, click on solve. And in here we have steady state, solve a computer, my computer, and then iterations to run are 100. Perfect. Come to physics and include heat transfer. Click on solve. While the results are solving, you can observe everything clearly. And in here, message window shows that the analysis is started. And if you click on convergence plot, all the values are being converged. If everything goes perfect, you will get analysis is completed successfully. I'm gonna hide the output bar. Currently we are in global results. The maximum velocity we got is 2.72. And then we have planes. Just click on that. If you click on this plus icon, it adds a plane. There are many things you can do with this plane. You can move, you can rotate, and even you can add more planes. I'm gonna add one more plane. And now if you click on that plane, you can change that plane axis to perpendicular to y, z. Currently it is perpendicular to x. If you click on y, you'll have like this. And one more thing is that we can align this plane to surface. I'm gonna click on that and select this face, so it will be aligned to that surface. If you click on this edit icon, it brings you the plane control panel. And here you can move that plane and you can rotate that plane as we have did using this UCS. And under vector settings, change the results to velocity vector. You'll find the vectors that are displayed. To increase the resolution and number of vectors, you can move the grid spacing so that it increases the number of vectors, and to increase the length, drag this bar to a bit so that we can view those vectors perfectly. If you observe here, the water entering from this region is leaving by this region. When it comes to this plane, the water particles at this section are going out on the upper section, but when it comes to lower section, they are being reflected back because of this geometry in here. If you move that, you can clearly see the vectors that is causing the situation like that. You got me right? I'm gonna incline this plane and everything is perfect in here, but when it comes to here, the vectors are being reflected back. Perfect. Everything's quite good in here also. Just play with these settings to visualize the results. I'm gonna tilt it a bit, and then I just wanna see what's happening convergence in here. The particles are being converged. Because of that, the velocity of the particles are drastically increasing. If you observe here, the particles that are changed to red are having maximum velocity. When you observe in this scenario, most of the particles are near to blue and green. When you cross this geometry, the particles are changing the color, indicating that at this geometry the velocity of the particles are being increased. Perfect. I'm gonna click on remove. If you want to keep those planes, you can find those in here under results. And let's say that I want to find the velocity of the particles in here in this region. If you select bulk, these are the things that you can find using this bulk results. I'm gonna click on mass flow rate and velocity. If you click on calculate, it computes all the results. The mass flow rate is 0.7 kg per second and the velocity in x direction is 1.4 meter per second. Perfect, guys. Coming to traces, we can visualize each and every particle, how it's reaching the other end. I'm gonna disable the planes for now. Make sure that you're in traces and the seed type to be circular. I'm setting this because the section in here is circular and the seed pattern to grid and the seed density to be 2. As the density increases, the number of seeds that are going to be visualized will decrease. As the seed density decreases, the number of seeds that are going to be visualized are going to increase. I'm gonna click on this add and select left mouse and hover the cursor, leaving left mouse button. Make sure that you just click once and leave the left mouse button and hover the mouse to allow the seeds to generate. Perfect. This is how the water particles are going to enter from the inlet. At this point the particles are being converged and in here water is traveling this way, leaving empty space in here. At this point, with higher velocity, the water is hitting this geometry in here and the velocity is being drastically. We can animate these traces. Just click on animate in here and click on play. If you observe the animation, all the particles are not being reached the outlet at a time. This is because of the geometry that is designed and also the shape of this part. Perfect. You can save that animation as AVI. I'm gonna hide the traces and even you can visualize using isosurfaces. Just click on this plus icon. It just creates a surface based on velocity magnitude. If you click on edit, you can change the velocity quantity. These are all the particles that are having velocity less than 1.387. If you change the bar towards higher velocity, it just highlights the particles that are having higher velocity. That is more than 2 in this scenario. As I have told you, the velocity in this region is increasing because of this convergence. If you have any two quantities to be visualized at a time, you can use this isosurface control tool to show them at a time. And I want to leave the quantity to be velocity and the color by temperature. If you observe here, there is no effect of temperature in here as I have told you. Perfect. Similarly, the same thing is with iso volumes. Instead of creating surface, it just creates entire volume. And when it comes to wall calculator, It gives the values at particular surface at a time, and even you can export that to your local computer. I'm gonna analyze the data of this surface. Just click on that. I want to know the temperature and pressure at this surface. Click on calculate. Here the output is generated on an average. You can choose any result that you want and you can click on calculate for those surfaces. It gives you the average results of that surface. Perfect. This is how you can visualize the results in CFD. And this video was requested by Midhun Kumar through email. Thank you so much Midhun Kumar for requesting this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hit that like button if it helps you and subscribe to World of Vision 360 for getting notifications each time when we upload new video like this. Thank you so much guys. Have a good day. Bye bye.